What if everything you were taught about money was wrong? Most people believe the path to financial security is simple. Go to school, get good grades, find a stable job, work hard. But what if that advice is exactly why millions of people stay stuck financially for their entire lives? One man grew up with two fathers. One was highly educated and financially struggling. The other barely finished school, but became extremely wealthy. Their beliefs about money were completely different, and those beliefs changed how one boy saw the world forever. Let's be honest. Most people work incredibly hard their entire lives, yet they are always worried about money. They work for decades, they wait for promotions, they save what they can, but somehow financial freedom always feels far away. Why? Because school teaches us how to work for money, but it never teaches us how money actually works. We learn math, history, science, but almost nothing about assets, investing, taxes, or financial intelligence. And this is exactly the problem that the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad tries to solve. The author of this book is Robert Kiyosaki. Growing up in Hawaii, Robert had two father figures in his life. The first was his biological father, highly educated, respected, and hardworking. He had a stable job and believed strongly in the traditional path: study hard, get a good job, and climb the corporate ladder. He calls him his poor dad, not because he lacked intelligence, but because he struggled financially. The second father figure was the father of Robert's best friend. He had little formal education, but he built businesses and invested wisely. Over time, he became one of the richest men in Hawaii. Robert calls him his rich dad. What fascinated Robert was that both men worked hard, both were smart, both cared deeply about their families, but their beliefs about money were completely different. One said, study hard so you can find a good company to work for. The other said, learn how to own companies. Those two mindsets changed the direction of Robert's life and eventually inspired this book. Most people believe money solves their problems, but according to Rich Dad, the real problem is fear. People are afraid of not having money, so they work harder, they chase promotions, they depend on their salary. But the richer you become through salary alone, the more taxes you pay and the more expenses you create. Rich Dad taught Robert something different. Don't work for money, make money work for you. Instead of asking, how can I get a higher salary, ask, how can I create income that doesn't require my time? Schools train us to become employees, but wealthy people focus on financial education. Rich Dad believed the most important skill is understanding how money flows. He taught Robert about something simple but powerful: assets and liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. Many people think their house, car, or expensive gadgets are assets, but if they constantly require payments and maintenance, they're actually liabilities. Most people focus their entire lives on someone else's business, their employer's business. They work hard, but they build someone else's dream. Rich Dad encouraged Robert to build assets on the side: businesses, investments, real estate. Even if you have a job, the goal is to slowly build income streams that belong to you. Wealthy people don't wait for opportunities, they create them. Rich Dad taught Robert that financial intelligence allows people to see deals others miss. Where others see risk, financially educated people see potential. Most people choose jobs based on salary, but Rich Dad believed the best jobs are the ones that teach valuable skills: sales, communication, leadership, investing. These skills create long-term opportunities far greater than a paycheck. Here are a few simple ways to apply these lessons today. First, start learning about assets. Read books about investing, business, and financial literacy. Second, track your cash flow. Understand where your money goes every month. Third, start small investments. Even tiny investments can build powerful habits. Fourth, develop high-income skills. Skills like sales, negotiation, and communication dramatically increase opportunity. At the end of the day, the biggest lesson from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is simple. Your financial future is shaped more by what you learn than by how much you earn. Two fathers, two mindsets, two completely different financial outcomes. The question is, which mindset will you choose?